So, man, perhaps you want to share some tidbits about yourself?
Like what I shared with you before, I'm actually a hypnotist. So I'm also a mesmerist, which hypnosis actually come from mesmerist long time before.
Right.
So in the sense, like after I learned hypnosis, then I feel I want to equip more around the area of hypnosis and the mind. So I learned to the end. We can say ancient hypnosis, which
Got
everything
it.
is based on energy.
Definitely. All right. And actually, maybe you can enlighten us what is the difference between being a mesmerist and a hypnosis?
Oh, okay. Long time before, people believe that it's the same like in China. There is a medical qigong, so
Right. Mm.
they will actually help people to unblock the energy. So the principle is almost the same. It's like instead of me talking to you to help you to cure, let's say I say, oh, you will not feel the pain, you will release the tension. For mesmerists, we use our intention. So our mind
Mm.
must be very clear and on the present when I'm actually do a healing to you, which for me is a bit more challenging because I cannot help people to come out of something that I have. So for example, let's say you have an addiction to gambling and I
Right.
have an addiction of gambling. No matter
Mm.
how good I am, I will not be able to cure you to remove your addiction. So that is when mesmerist time that we need to clear ourselves before we help other people to clear themselves.
Definitely, we need to be the unblock all the energy channel first.
Correct.
Remove all the poisons before we can share with them the antidote.
Correct. So in the end,
Mm.
after I learned that I cannot take alcohol, I cannot drink soda. So
Oh,
there's a
no,
lot.
not even soda because of sugar addiction.
Soda is because of apparently it's not that good for our body and it will actually remove our sensitivity of energy.
Right, you doubt our
Yeah,
senses.
correct,
Mm.
correct. So in the
Mm.
end, I removed both of them. By right, I'm supposed to be vegetarian, but vegetarian luckily is not it's not a compulsory.
Compulsory. Ah.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. Okay. So using your own energy, you must purify your own energy first before you can do the treatment. So a lot of us actually as laymen, we're here like hypnosis, hypnotherapy is like getting people into a trance, a deep sleep, lying on a couch. So for what I'm hearing that you are actually using the energy to transmit. So it's more like even like distance healing. You can also do that as well.
yeah, that one is for mesmerism.
Mm.
So normally for me,
Oh.
I do both of them. Like
Mm.
let's say for example, for certain people that have a lot of depression, but they cannot
Mm.
talk about it. So I cannot use verbal hypnosis to actually like what you say, put the person into trance. When they're
Right.
in a very relaxed mode, we will guide them through. If we cannot do that, then I will use mesmerism, which is I will just have a very good intention that they will be balanced out, which is quite effective, and I feel that it's more effective compared to verbal hypnosis in the sense.
Okay. Wow. Definitely later for the audience, you are in for a treat. You can get to do some kind of like clearing of your own personal energy, unclutter them. Right. In Feng Shui, we always say end of the day, you need to really so-called reset your energy so you are ready to take charge for the coming day. So we can also definitely hear how we can do it with some maybe breathing exercises, some
Correct.
applicable tips that all our listeners and viewers today can actually make use of it. Yeah, so I saw some Facebook messages. Pepe, yeah, hi, good evening. Hi, so if you have any questions regarding hypnosis or mesmerism, you can always come in. And definitely, I want to actually expose to a lot of you is about the common denominator between the different techniques is really like energy, like man has shared. Because all of us is made of different energy. That's why we look a bit different, we feel a bit different all the time. All right, so when they say they feel emotion, emotion is really like what is called energy emotion. All right, so when we get our energy aligned, we can also influence and can so interact with another energy being. So this is from my scientific Feng Shui aspect. A lot of people know me as someone when we say about Feng Shui is really cause and effect. We can know the science principle behind it. So I'm always open to explore a lot of other fields that actually have different applications to get results as well. Yeah, I always believe it's just like the same tree. There are different branches. Just that everyone use different method at the right time, the right condition for the right not patient. I would say the right people who actually needs to be guided.
Correct, because it's like
Mm.
in Feng Shui, because that time I did go to you to actually for the consultation way before. You have five
Yes,
element, which is the water, fire, earth, water, wood, and
wood and
metal.
matter element. Yes,
In Mesmerist, we have fire, water, earth, and air. We
right.
have four. For
Four
us, it's like
elements.
we don't have the metal because metal in Mesmerist is become ether, which is
Mm.
the nothingness. So
Yes,
there is a part that the element is still intact.
that's right. Yeah, it's the ancient Greek. They have these four elements, and
Mm,
then the in between the space, the vacuum, they have the ether energy.
correct, correct.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
later, that's why I will share to the people that actually watch us two of the breathing technique, which is applied to the element.
Excellent.
Because
Oh wow.
there is such thing as earth breathing, fire breathing,
Hmm.
air breathing, and water breathing.
I only know breathing is inhale and exhale. Actually, there are different elements of it as well. Okay, and definitely, I think a lot of questions in top of the people's everyone mind is that, man, how many years have you been practicing? You look very young. Are you like a child
uh,
prodigy?
for me, actually, no. When you know me way
Mm.
before, I'm a business developer. But it's because of my experience of I'm blind before, which I did share with you way before. After the blindness, I start to learn what is conscious mind, what is unconscious mind, why we need to align our subconscious mind to our conscious mind. Which nowadays, if you realize, there's a lot of people say, "Oh, follow your life purpose." But how you follow your life purpose? If our subconscious mind talk in a different way with our conscious mind,
Mm.
we will never hear our subconscious mind say, "Sherwin, don't go to the right, go to the left." And something that people forget, that our subconscious mind talk in emotion, like what you say, energy in motion.
Yes.
So I believe there's a lot of time that you say, let's say for example, the first time that we met, you will have the intuition, the feeling that say something is wrong. I might not be able to trust this person.
Yes, it's a gut
But
feeling.
correct. But
Mm.
when you see the person, you will say, but the person look very clean. The person wear Rolex, wear a nice suit. It looks like a very good gentleman. But your subconscious tell you, be careful. But how many times that when we think about that and we be in that position and we say, yeah, it's just my feeling now. We put that
Mm.
aside. But
Yes, we always suppress the subconscious warning, so to speak.
correct.
Mm.
So
Mm.
which in the hypnosis world, we always say when emotion fight with intelligence, emotion always win. So
Yes.
which emotion is the subconscious side and our conscious side is the intelligence.
That's right. Yeah, I think a lot of us will always remember the photo of like an iceberg. Okay, the tip of the
Correct.
iceberg that's out of the water, that is our intelligence, our logical mind. But
Correct.
deep inside is our emotion, where our so-called the gut feeling instinct. as governing all our behavior. So some of you might think that sometimes when they get into a relationship, they always fall heel over head over some guy or some lady, and then after that they will go with the same pattern. They will like get out of the relationship themselves. They are like afraid, being vulnerable. Yeah. So all these are actually what we call operated by the subconscious mind.
Correct. Which
Mm.
certain time is, I will not say that. Let's say, for example, we have a partner, a life partner, but for the relationship start to be good, but for certain reason become very bad, and our emotion always say, "I'm not happy with this person." The part is we cannot use so-called a reasoning and say my subconscious mind said I cannot be with you, I need to divorce, because there
Mhm.
might be an incident that created the trauma. It's small by small by small, because our conscious mind can filter, but our subconscious mind will accept everything. For example, I meet you maybe like, let's say I meet you 2 years before,
Mhm.
then you come to me and suddenly you slap me in the face. Then I say, hey, how come you slap me? Then okay lah, maybe Sherwin a bad day, but I have a grudge inside. So the grudge is implanted to the subconscious mind. When I meet you in 2 years' time, or I meet someone that remind me of you, when they come close to me, I will move back.
You're
So that
scared.
one, so this is the
Yeah.
part that also people don't know, that trauma doesn't mean huge trauma. Trauma can mean small trauma.
Mm.
So certain time when we, like, let's say we are in the office, it's a new person come in, but it resemble your family that always bully you. For certain reason, you will not like the person. You tend
Definitely.
to move away. It's because of our subconscious mind being cluttered in sense, which this is the part that I always believe that is important for me when I do hypnotherapy, is to remove all of this unnecessary clutter before it's actually ruin us. Cannot be every time we see people that we don't like, we never think that, could it be last time there is something that remind me of this person, which is the trauma side.
Exactly. Yeah. So I always have questions whereby clients always ask me, hey, how can I attract more 贵人, more benefactors in my life? When I always cannot build deep relationship and I can't build like rapport easily. Yeah, because perhaps it could be the traumas, the mini traumas accumulated along the way. Yeah, so of course in Feng Shui aspect, we always share with them some of like the good elements, like the colors or sometimes the crystals can raise the vibration to really help with the subconscious mind in this way, whereby they can actually be more able to accept an advice or even to come into a new relationship as well. Yeah, so I think now it's good for maybe you can share with us your breathing technique. I'm very intrigued by it. They are like fire breathing. That means when I breathe out of fire, then earth is totally
Okay,
different, got dust coming out.
if
Yeah.
you realize that, how to say, when you try to go into a very cold swimming pool,
Okay, okay.
your breathing will definitely change, become very fast in and fast out. So
Yes,
when you
very
do fast in
shallow.
and, yeah, when you do
Mhm.
fast in and fast out, you're actually doing a fire breathing. So your body will turn up, heat up after you do that, or over maybe like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You will tend to have that. So off breathing is for you to be grounded. Sometimes when you feel that when you go somewhere, or maybe like you want to do a big presentation, then you suddenly feel how to say, nervous and stuff. When you do
Mm.
earth breathing, you feel more grounded. Which is earth breathing, normally we mention as a square breathing.
Yes, exactly. The same shape of the feng shui.
Yeah, so it's like,
Square is earth same.
correct. So it's like, if let's say we say 4 inhale, like 4, then we hold for a second, then you exhale for a second, then you hold again for a second, so it become a complete square.
Right.
So when you do that, you will realize that even when you have a panic attack, you take time to sit down and do the square breathing. You'll be more grounded and the panic attack will subside in that moment of time.
Right, especially for those going for interview, getting ready for exams. Just before they go into the exam hall or the interview room, they can practice the square, or we call the earth breathing.
Correct.
So it's like maybe I just demonstrate. Is it like I inhale 4 counts?
Correct.
So I inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then
Then
you
I
exhale.
exhale.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah.
So you
Wow.
feel naturally you become grounded, which is if air breathing is a little bit like air. So it's like you actually breathe a short period of time, let's say 2 count. Then you exhale 4 count. So it's like if you keep doing that, you will feel that you become lighter.
It will be definitely lack of oxygen.
It's actually
Like
not a lack of oxygen. It's more to like you feel the whole body become light. It's just like an air. Which is water wise is different. It's like you breathe longer than you exhale. So let's say you breathe 4 seconds, you exhale 2 seconds or 1 second. So that one is like it's the same like when you see a wave, which wave normally like down breathe more longer, then sekali then attack the whole thing.
Okay.
So this is the 4 type of breathing. So normally when we want to use daily life, like what you say, square breathing is very, very good.
Right. So what is the usage for water breathing?
So far, I never found that I will need to use that. So it's just that it's because in mesmerism and in energy wise, we try to find out how to be the element. Which the only way for us to be like water is to make ourselves as sing as much as possible as a water.
To be synchronized with the energy, the flow with it.
Correct. So and apparently when I learned all of that, the square breathing is really, really helpful for a lot of people who have depression, who have panic attack, who have a nervousness when they want to do something.
Yes.
And if you suddenly feel very cold, you can use fire breathing because it will actually tend to bring your body heat up.
Definitely. Yeah, fire breathing is shallow, fast breathing. In out, in out, in out, in out. Yeah, cause our muscle to contract very fast, generate a lot of heat. Okay.
Correct.
Right. That's very interesting. So end of the day, usually do you recommend people to have some breathing exercise to like so-called clear out all the mini traumas in their life, get everything aligned?
This one, if you do square breathing, is good. But of course, you don't do it like, how to say, you need to repeat that because I am a certified Ho'oponopono practitioner also, which is, they did mention if you can hold square breathing, but the square is not 4, it's 10.
Okay,
Like
wow.
count.
Okay.
And you do it and 10 repetition. According to their belief of their teaching is for us to clear out all of the negativity inside our mind. So square breathing for 10 times 10 is good for us if let's say we want to clear it out using breathing wise. Of course, because I'm doing the hypnotherapy side and I learned depth into it, there's a lot of trauma and a lot of negative blockage that we can help using hypnotherapy.
Yes.
Yeah, emotional detox is something that I frequently do, even for the client that actually come for me for other purposes. So we always like emotional detox first. We try to detox as much as possible. Then we will help them with something that they want.
Okay, so it's like for those who want to be healthy, so always first thing detox must so-called eat more fruits, drink more water, detox their body, then they exercise, get more nutrients. So it is something like the same to build up your mental health. Also, first thing detox, let it go. Okay, like Elsa, let's just let it go first. Yeah. So when
Correct.
you let it go, then you are ready to receive. If
Yeah.
not, you're always holding on to whatever you have. Okay, yeah, so let it go and then you can receive. Yeah, so this is how I interpret it, and sometimes I also share during my consultation in a very simple and easy to understand manner. So sometimes when they are not progressing in their life, they always look at breakthroughs, but they are not thinking on why are they not getting a breakthrough. Is they are holding on to what they have.
Yes, it's because of, okay, I
Yes.
give you how to say, this is a very simple way of sharing. Let's say this is your wheel. Your wheel want to go to this side. This is us. We have a very strong will. But if your subconscious mind actually going against your will, the subconscious mind actually 2 times stronger. That's why they always say, if you actually have conscious mind against subconscious mind will always win because it will automatically produce 2 times stronger. And you can imagine if your body in this limited energy, the subconscious mind always win and always generate 2 times stronger than your will. It naturally will make you feel more exhausted, and you will
Yes.
always feel bad because why it seems like my will is not strong enough. So people cannot break through is because of that. Is like I can be the best sales, but the subconscious mind saying sales is actually a sleazy job. So the subconscious mind have the misconception of what is salesperson. So the person always go out and always meet client, one day 20 client, try to close every deal. But because of our subconscious mind say sales is a dirty job, you will never close the sales. You will try to sabotage yourself to make sure that you cannot close the sales. In the end, that people will say, I meet 20 clients every day. I follow your suggestion. Like from you, let's say you say, oh, you need to go to the correct job. This is a correct job. It's an element that I need. It's a sales that I actually sink into. I cannot close the sales. But in the end, when we try to find out that the subconscious mind feels sales is bad, money is dirty. Money is actually so-called evil. So
Right, the root of all evils.
so
Yeah,
because
so
of
they
all
must
of this,
really remove that.
correct. So
Mm.
when I help on the hypnosis side is we try to remove this misconception. Is on my own experience that there's a client come to me and say, I'm a good salesperson, but when someone asks me that to join a MLM, I always don't want to do. But I am very hardworking if I work for other people. Then the client say, could you help me find out what is the reason? So we use hypnosis and we found out that this person have a trauma when this person is very young. The father is actually bankrupt when he is opening a company. So because this person see something related, MLM is owning your own business. You can be bankrupt in a sense. So the fear is there that always block her to go through this route of entrepreneurship.
Got it.
Yeah.
So for hypnosis, for those who actually have no understanding about it, only watch on TV or movie, is it that they will be very vulnerable? Would that be like they doing so-called stupid things against their will?
Okay, this is the interesting one.
Mm.
If that one can happen, I will not dare to come out and say I'm a hypnotist because uh, there's a lot of people thought hypnosis is mind control
Mm.
in the short terms, but in sense that people forget what they see in the TV is stage, and whatever they see maybe in the stage hypnosis, when I ask you to come out to the stage, you already know that I will ask you to do funny stuff, and you
Mm.
are ready to come out. We cannot, let's say for example, we do two perspective. You are a very energetic person. You don't mind to croak like a chicken. So if let's say your family say, hey, Sherwin, come on and croak like a chicken. Without hypnosis, you also will do.
Mm-hmm,
This is
mm-hmm.
a person that will be very good in stage hypnosis. But if you are a person that very grounded and say no, I'm I will not ever do this. This is against my morale. No
Mm.
matter how much I try, we will always fail because the moral
Understand.
value is still there, and
Understand. Okay.
we cannot ask you or ask other people to do something that against your value and against your moral. You look like you are sleeping because I will ask you to close your eyes, then you will just follow my instruction. So people thought, hey, vulnerable, but you will be more aware than even when you're waking up.
Mm. Yeah, by closing our eyes, actually, we are increasing the rest of the senses to be more acute of the changes.
Yes,
Am I right to say that? Yeah.
correct.
Mm.
And because you are blocking the distraction. So if let's say you want to feel it without closing the eyes, if you have somewhere in front of you now behind the camera, if you just look at it, but you just gaze on it, not focus purely. You gaze as in like you're daydreaming, you will naturally
Mm.
see a lot more. And when you just keep maintaining that state, you can even hear further than your normal state. So this is also
Right.
something that on my side I always practice day by day so that I will be able to attune a little bit more.
Right. So do you have to meditate every day?
Uh, the one that I just shared with you, I will need to do 10 minutes every single day.
Oh, okay.
So
To really see more, hear more, feel more.
not only, it's not actually the more part, but it's just that
Mm.
we are putting ourselves to be more present. Because when I do a therapy on someone, I cannot be like, Sherwin, you need to relax your muscle, but in here it's like, what will I eat for lunch? Or
Mm.
after this, or maybe I need to go somewhere. In the end, whatever I say to you doesn't sink to what is inside.
Right, right. Because you are the hypnotherapist, you're like the messenger of the energy. So you must be in the energy state first.
Which actually
So
everybody is
you can
supposed to.
influence.
Because if let's say for example, both of us is doing a meeting, a business meeting, but I'm not
Mm.
present. Normally what you can see other people business meeting is like this.
Yeah, yes, yes. On the phone.
Okay. I will close. Okay, sign now. Okay, soon I will sign. But in the end, after put down, it's like, sorry, just now what you asked me to do, sign. I'm not ready to come to your service, so we are not in the present.
Mm.
So this is the part that I think I saw your vote also, which people want to know more about how to align our subconscious mind to the job that we're supposed to choose.
Yes, yes, yeah. For those who are not aware, I created a poll to ask anyone who actually have some questions or they have anything that they want to learn how to align their subconscious mind with the reality. Most importantly, okay. Yeah, so definitely work career was the top result from the poll. So now let's wait for the juicy tips to be revealed.
Which is, I always believe is because we rarely listen to our body. We only feel that, okay, for example, both of us have the same experience. We change job.
Okay.
When the thing is, maybe if day before we know that this is something that we love, when we even think about it, I try to, last time when I'm in IT, whenever I feel that, will I do IT forever? My body always feel that this is just a stepping stone. So I know way before that I will change. Then I hop on to photography. I go back to myself, will this be something that I will always be doing?
Right.
The answer is yes, but not as a business. So this is the part that we always forget to ask ourselves that, is this something that we want to do? Normally, we will be like, okay, now Bitcoin is very trend. Everybody's supposed to be a Bitcoin programmer, Bitcoin investor. But is that something that your body really wants? Maybe if Bitcoin just lasts for another 5 years, how about the youngster that learn Bitcoin, for example? Because of the parents say, hey, Bitcoin is very good now. Learn blockchain. You will be very rich. In that 5 years period, they will not be happy. At the same time, when the Bitcoin crash, the whole entire crypto, let's say, being changed by another technology, there will be loss. It's like, not actually love this job. So this is the part that I think reattuning back to our body to really know what we love, what we really like. If, for example, if I ask you, if you ask yourself early morning, there's 10 clients appearing in front of you, will you wake up happily and chiong directly go to meet the client?
Okay. Right. So this is really a question to ask. Make sure that you are in the right place, that you can put in 100% effort. Yeah,
Yes.
but some of them, because they do not have the prior experience, and they believe that that is something they want to do, they have not tried it before. They will not have the answer. So how can they take the leap of faith? They have not done it before, ma.
Okay, I will share with you
Yeah.
something. This is something that it might feel weird. If you have a piece of paper in front of you, like let's say the
Okay.
same paper, you just cut exactly the same,
How many
size.
pieces?
Let's
Oh,
say for example just 2. Then
okay.
you write one is your, because you are in Feng Shui master and I believe you like it. You write Feng Shui master on the paper. Then you fold it and put it on the floor first, on the table first. Then you write down a job that you will not like to do. Then you fold it.
Okay.
Then you put on the table. Randomly choose either one, and you just put it on your heart. Close your eyes and really feel what is this. What is your subconscious mind trying to tell you?
Okay.
You will be surprised that you will find that when you hold the Feng Shui master side, you'll feel a spark of joy. I tried this with one of my clients who is deciding where to go for school. So he has 4 schools that he decided to go. So we write down all the 4 schools. I asked him to hold and really just listen to the body. We tried 3 times. 3 times out of 3 times, he always feels stress at the school that really have a very strong, high stress level. But he didn't see the paper. because I am the one that passed him the paper, and everything is being fold
Okay.
in a similar manner. So our body know before our mind actually know. It's an interesting
Okay.
part.
Right. Yeah, in Chinese we always say the 心灵感应, the heart. Okay, they have this heart conscious. Okay, so we actually can absorb a lot of information. So translated to modern context, that could be like the subconscious that's always guiding us, or for those who actually feel it in a different emotion, unsettling emotion, or just super happy, like a spark of joy. Okay, that is also kind of what we have been experienced day by day. Yeah, so they can actually interpret the meaning before our noisy brain comes in. Our
Correct.
brain will have a lot of justification, excuses, a lot of things to say which one is good, which one is no good. Like which one is more profitable, maybe which one is so-called too far from their house and not a wise choice, but their heart will actually know first.
Correct. So this is the part that you can actually prove that in a very consistent, so-called in medical we say blind test.
Yes, double blind test.
Yeah, which you really don't know. And me myself, I learned this from a mentor. I'm very grateful that she actually shared with me about this. And when I try on it, it almost never failed.
We are also very grateful that you share with us this evening. So for those listening until now, this is a very important secret, because I always have a lot of queries. They will ask me, for example, study local school overseas, or they wish, which boyfriend, maybe some they have a lot of boyfriends, which one is the better one for them, and something like that. Yeah, so some they say, oh, you do your Bazi reading, or you can do some 奇门遁甲 to find out what's the best course of strategy ahead. But this is something definitely you can kind of like DIY.
Correct.
It's really understanding to where your heart brings you to, because your heart actually what we call have the best interest for you. It is just like when you go through hypnosis, like man just now has shared, you cannot go against your will, go against your value, because this is like a gut. You cannot go through it, even if you are put on a hypnosis kind of trance. Am I right to say that?
Correct. Because
Yeah.
our subconscious mind in any single way will protect us. So in our side, it's actually when we say heart, in hypnosis, we mention about the gut. And apparently with scientific, they did approve that the neuron in the brain is not as much as the neuron in the gut.
Yes, I read about it. It's
Correct. So which
amazing.
we always feel that's why we say gut feeling.
Mm.
Although we always say listen to your heart, but apparently the one that gives the feeling is the gut feeling.
Yeah, that's why the nervous they go washroom.
Correct.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's something that really very interesting, which a lot of people will feel, how come I always have gut issue?
Oh, okay.
How come I always have
Digestion
digestion issue?
issues. Mm.
When we do hypnotherapy or when I actually do the mesmerism, most of the time they will went to the loo after the session.
Mm.
And there's a lot of like cases that have been proven that they will discharge a lot of
Detox,
times.
literally detox. Oh.
Yeah, so it's
Mm.
our gut is really controlling most of even our mood. You will never feel happy if your gut have issue.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
And for young children, usually they will only complain stomachache.
correct, correct,
Yeah, so it's very so-called the base instinct. Yeah, so they're happy, they can eat a lot. If there's stomachache, they just spoil their whole day. Yeah, so yes.
So this is the part that everybody need to know. That's why they say also like take care of your gut. So because there's a lot of linkage and emotion, a lot of sickness actually come from emotion. So we always say disease is actually is a lack of ease on our body, but there's a lot of tension.
Yes, this is,
Correct.
yeah. If you have ease, it's okay. You have out of balance, this will come.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why listen to the gut is very good even for job wise. When someone come to me and say, I don't know, I don't feel happy every time I go to the job, then we normally will ask why. Because in hypnotherapy, I will not tell you go to A
The
or go to
answers.
B or go to C.
Oh, yes.
We will only guide you to see clearly why. Most of the time is because of there's certain things that against their morale when they are in the job. So for example, if I'm a vegetarian, but I'm a very good cook, but the one that employ me is a steakhouse, I will never feel happy no matter how much money they pay me, because every single time I will cook something that I'm not supposed to eat.
Yeah, it's not aligned to your values.
Correct. So once it's against your values, you will naturally don't feel happy then. At the same time, like what you say is, our mind will say, wow, just become a chef, $10,000 a month. Why I need to be sad? Like if let's say I come to you and say, Sherwin, I don't know, how come I always sad? I have $10,000 a month every single time, but I feel very sad. Normal people would just say, wow, you are too much, $10,000, you're also not happy. People
Right, right.
$10,000 is really, really struggle, but they are say they're happy. But we forget the person that shares is a vegetarian working at a steakhouse.
The steakhouse, yes.
So even worse if I need to cut the live fish to prepare the food, for example.
Right, right, right.
So this is the
Yeah.
part that
You have to murder them every day.
we need to align back ourselves to our subconscious mind. Which in metaphysics, I understand that a lot of people don't use subconscious mind. They always use higher self. So when hypnotherapy, we say subconscious mind doesn't mean it's substandard kind of conscious.
Exactly.
But subconscious mind actually wider.
That's right. Yeah. So what we have is only tip of the iceberg.
Correct.
Below, at the side, on top, everywhere is subconscious mind.
Correct.
It's like our energy body is surrounding us.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
the interesting side when I keep reading about subconscious mind, and for certain school they even say there's unconscious mind. So there's a conscious mind,
Yeah.
subconscious
And
mind, and the
even a deeper layer.
correct.
Mm.
So it's very interesting with what we can have the clarity from when we are actually in a session of the hypnotherapy.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Ultimately is to make that energy balance. So sometimes when we say, hey, you need more fire element, you need more water element. Okay, you can so-called wear some colors. We can help, but I always say that it's only less than 10% because it's very external.
correct.
Okay, but what is internal, like what you say, the subconscious, unconscious mind, that is the one that is like the OS, like the computer OS. If the OS is not updated, you can have a lot of apps, but all the apps will crash.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. Yes.
It's totally the same. Like if we link it up to technology, like what you say, if your computer you always install program, uninstall program, all the OS cluttered, your computer naturally becomes slower and slower. And one day either you reformat or you just enjoy the slowness, which is the same with our life.
Becomes a new normal. Then they are living like 50% of their potential. So
Yeah,
every day is sian, very tired. Yeah.
yeah. So
So
this
this
is
is
the
how we
part.
want to align them.
Correct. So
Mm.
a lot of the time people will ask me, yeah, hypnotherapy, what do you want to do? How can you help me? I always say, to be frank, I will not guide you to somewhere because I don't want to imply my. I still believe I have a very I have a lot of limiting belief, which is different with you. For example, because you learn about Feng Shui, certain thing that you believe in, I might not reach there yet. So if I guide you through with my own perspective, I will guide you through wrongly. Like for example, let's say I'm a business coach. Then you say, oh, I want to go from 6 to 7 figure. Now I'm a 4 figure. But in my mind, it's like impossible to jump that far. You must go from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6.
Right.
So in hypnosis, we don't imply our own belief to the client. We actually help them to align, clear up the thing that need to be clear. Like job-wise, we would try to help them to actually realign to the body. Why you unhappy with this job? When you found out yourself, either you quit or you clear up or you do something that you need to do. Everything depends on the client. It's not depends on me saying that, oh, so bad that your company quit.
I understand. You don't give the instructions. You only ask questions to let them discover their own answers.
Yeah, which we become the tour guide. I always like to say I'm a tour guide to your own subconscious mind.
You bring them down to their unconscious mind.
Yeah, we try quite a lot of fair bit of thing. So I found that our body really know what happened. And there's a lot of proof. There's one client come to me saying that I don't know why I always have backache. I meet some guru, they say it must be my past life. So because of hypnotherapy, then this client tell me, can you bring me to my past life to clear? But for my belief is your body know when you start this event. So I end up didn't follow through. I only tell the client, I will guide you through. Either it's past or either it's not past life. It's not supposed to be directed by me. And when we do the session, nothing happened in the past life. They actually go to the root cause on this life. So there's the part that I believe that as a therapist, especially hypnotherapist, I'm not supposed to direct. If my mind always say, this person have this issue with that guy because of past life, everything also past life, then very difficult for human to live this life.
Definitely, yeah. So we cannot be judgmental. So let their body go and resolve where are the knots of and the kinks where the energy cannot flow, be it this life or past life or 10 lifetime ago, their body know.
Correct.
Yeah, so we are not here like a director. You say, hey, you must do this, after that you come up, earn a lot of money. Yeah, so it is really like what you said, like a tour guide, lor.
Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. Yeah, so just now earlier on, actually, Man has shared that his journey into this spiritual world comes about when he has this very kind of weird incident whereby he has total blindness suddenly when he was very young, and that's why he actually explored a lot more in this kind of different energy and so-called the non-conventional way about getting the healing done, because he himself experienced something that is very bizarre. Because when he shared his story with me a few years ago, I was like blown away. Yeah, like a lot of people might say that, oh yeah, maybe past life, then you have this karma and things like that. But definitely, we are not here to dictate what happened. And it's always the cause, condition, and the effect. So when the condition is right, and then definitely the results, there's a fruit will actually come out and blossom. Yeah. So today is that we have this good condition whereby we have this special sharing by men and how we can get our body aligned. I especially love the breathing technique. I love that. Yeah. So for example, some of my clients who need to have some last minute kind of vote of confidence during the interview, go for exam, then the breathing technique can help a lot.
It will help a lot.
Yeah. Mm.
Even for my
Yes.
client, because my belief is we cannot make a client attached to us. So if I say, for example, you are my client, of course, in business wise, I would say, hey, if Sherwin always be my client, is very good, man. Steady income.
Retainer every month, like see doctor like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
our side, actually, the ethical way is I need to help you to realign to your own subconscious mind as soon, so that you can live your life as per normal
Wow.
without attaching
Wow.
back to me.
Okay.
Is if I make you attached to me, that means I create addiction. It's like, oh, something is wrong. I must comment.
I know. It become like a massage therapist. Massage their mental problem. Yeah. So it's not become hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
this one is like,
Exactly.
I need to help you until the stage that I say, okay, Sherwin, I think you can. Everything seems to be fine already with you. You will go along without needing my guidance. Of course, for example, next time in the future is another issue. It's different lah, but something like depression and stuff. Once the depression is subside or maybe like manageable, we will help the client to actually, or when you feel certain way, this is the technique that you do, so that the person know that it's not, the power is not in me, the power is in you and your own mind. I'm just a tour guide. So in the sense that you have the full confidence that you can live. If not, it's a bit funny. If suddenly I'm not in Singapore, I am not contactable, then everybody like, then how can we continue?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So give them the tools, equip them with the right resources, so they can really manage their life and move on from there.
correct.
Wow,
So
that's really very it's I think the first time I hear about it, because I always, like what I said, as a business model, I always love continuous every year come best every month or something like that. Yeah. So for what you do is really you get to the core of the problem, get them fixed up, and then off they go.
correct, correct. Because
Mm.
for us, like even my motto in sense like, I help you to break through, get your freedom back.
Mm.
So even the freedom for contacting me, in a sense like,
Okay. Okay.
uh,
Mm.
after the whole thing done, why you still need a hypnotherapist?
Mm.
Because you go to a hypnotherapist or other therapists to actually get your life back.
Right.
So there is nothing that I supposed to hold you from when we are doing a therapy. Yeah. So most of the
So
client never come back to me after they're okay.
so what's the youngest client you have? Because sometimes they will take control of your life and things like, now school children, they have a lot of anxiety, panic attack, with a lot of pressures, with social media, of course, give them a lot of stress. Yeah. So
My
are you able
youngest
to help?
is
Yeah.
9 years old so
Ah,
far.
yes. Mm.
So with a younger child, I normally will love the parents to be there first, so that the parents actually know the whole thing. Except if the kids is actually say, no, I don't want the parents to be there, then I will have a camera to record the whole session.
Mm.
In sense that I want everybody to actually feel very, very secure and very
Yes.
comfortable as a
Right.
youngster with a stranger,
Mm.
and everything will be very, very clear. I will tell the parents something that they need to know. So confidentiality even for kids is there. Let's say, for
Mm.
example, the kids say, I'm very shy to tell my father that actually I uh, bully certain people, but I'm regretted. So if I tell the father, oh, your son bully someone, then it will always be used by the father to talk to these kids, and it will not help these kids. So for myself, is that we need to empower the kids. But
Right.
if the kids say, actually, I want to suicide, this thing need to be known by the parents. so that the parents will know to take care of these kids. So
Yes, yes.
there's a balance that we always uphold. Certain things that we can protect the kids from, like confidentiality, it will be good for them. Then they also give us the trust. Maybe this is just a small thing. Maybe the biggest thing is they haven't shared, but when they share with you a small thing, you brought out the whole family already. Then they will close up. No matter how much you do a hypnotherapy, this person will be close up.
Right, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's really important, because a lot of people think that about stress, mental health is only for working adults. For example, right now, COVID, a lot of job uncertainty, but I also know a lot of young children in school, they're also having such an issue. So for those who actually managed to listen and follow us until now, I'm sure you have a lot of understanding about how things are. This very mysterious term called hypnotherapy, mesmerism, but actually we know now how it actually works. It's a very practical, very scientific way, and definitely the results will be what we call focus. It's not like every month you come here, take appointment and things like that. It's solving problem, not like a massage.
Correct. So if for
Yeah.
people that maybe people say mesmerism using energy, I don't trust. I mean, like what is energy? It cannot be seen. I will invite you to try. If you rub your hand, if you keep rubbing your hand, just keep rubbing harder.
Okay, everyone can do this as well.
Then you try to open up, just move a little bit here and there. Relax your hand very, very slowly. You feel there's something in between. There's actually a little bit of magnet feeling in between.
Like a repelling effect of the magnet.
Correct. And if you're attuned enough, you will find how big your field is. Because it will turn out a bit like a ball.
Yep.
So
this is what they do all the Tai Chi. Last time when they do it, yeah,
correct.
it's actually maneuvering this energy ball.
Yeah, so this is the part that when we say energy, it's not a strange, another mystical thing, but it's really, really our own energy field. So sometimes in the bus, if I'm very, very bored, then I will just do that to play. To really attune.
To sense the energy.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a fun playing. Like, I believe that a lot of people also misunderstand about Feng Shui a lot. But the lucky part is I meet you way before, so I understand what is Feng Shui is and what is not.
Oh yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, earlier on in the program, is the common denominator is about energy. Yeah, be it the body energy, the environment energy. Okay, and in the right place that you can feel that you are contributing to the society, align with value, the energy becomes amplified. That's why you feel very productive at work. You feel very happy to go to work every day. Yeah, versus like what Man has shared, a very important illustration about your willpower is only like one rubber band pulling you towards your goal. Then the subconscious is like double the force pulling you away if it's not aligned.
Yeah, so
your
you can
willpower,
imagine if it's aligned.
yeah,
If it's aligned, it's
wow, all the way.
really, really fast for you to actually go for.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why when they go for motivational speeches, they feel very, very hyped up. So it's a willpower. Okay, every day at 5 o'clock, I go for my marathon training, and then 12 o'clock, I go to gym, but they cannot last very long. It's because it's only the willpower. But subconscious is pulling them back. It's not what I want. It's just like it's being influenced by the external stimulus, but actually not what the heart or what we call the gut really feel like they should be doing with their time, and they contribute to the society and the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And today we are also very blessed that men have been sharing with us with all these tips. I think he has something special for everyone as well, for those who actually tune in, and then how can actually get access to men. Okay, I think first thing is how to get your contact, how to access to you.
For the,
Perhaps you can type in the comment box later.
I will type in
Your
the comment box
contact.
later.
Yeah.
And I will actually,
Yes.
because of this specifically on this live, I will
Mm.
actually let people that actually maybe want to do a group hypnosis. Normally we will charge quite a fair bit, but for this maybe like if they have 5 people, I will just charge $100 for them to do. So it'll be a group session.
5 together.
Correct. So
So they must join their friends. 5 go together.
can go together, which I will do
Okay.
a emotional detox.
Okay. Emotional detox. Right. Mm.
And if you prefer to be maybe like a one session consultation just for yourself, it will be also $100 for online.
Mm. Online, that means go through online Zoom,
Correct, because in
and then
hypnosis
you can go through.
we can
Ah.
do through Zoom.
Mm.
This is to also ensure to people actually there is nothing mystical happen. If mystical happen, normally people will say you need to come to my place. But
Yeah, because of the things around, there's some special music or some special sense to make you feel very very high. But actually now with Zoom, with all the video conferencing, it is really very what we call straightforward way.
correct.
Yeah, it's not like all those so-called voodoo around to
Yeah,
control you. Yeah.
there is
Mm.
because there is nothing. Yeah, like what you said, there's it's not hypnosis is not using a spiritual thing, but it's just
Yes.
that guiding through. We bypass your critical factor, which critical factor is the one that will always say this is impossible. So when you dream, if the critical factor come in and you dream of flying, your critical factor will always say it's impossible. Then you will wake up. But if your
Mm.
critical factor is just enjoying and being bypassed, you will just enjoy flying because you know it's flying. It's just enjoyment of flying. So this is the part that there is nothing mystical, there is nothing spiritual. Everything is based on science and is a guiding truth. And you will know that you are always safe. A lot of people scared that after let's say I put you in hypnosis, then the internet drop. Then what will
But
happen?
then you cannot wake up from the hypnosis.
You will always
Okay.
wake up. The only
Wow.
part is you will just enjoy closing your eyes first until I come back, like reconnected. But you will never stuck in hypnosis. It's the same like
Actually,
when
it's
you dream.
just it's a natural state of mind. Just
Correct.
that we are guiding it to that state, so we can actually do some healings, do some discovery.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's not like when you are stuck there. When we are dreaming, looking out the window, daydreaming, we are also kind of in the same state. Just that it
Correct.
was undirected. Now it
Correct.
is a directed way of channeling our energy resources to get the things cleared up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for
Mm.
everybody that watching, actually, my normal charges is $150 for private.
Mm.
So they can actually just pay me $100 per session.
So
And
one session is usually how long?
it's 1 hour.
Right, 1 hour. Mm.
Yeah. So it will be depends on what you want to do on the session. If because of you, let's say you want to know what kind of job that I really want, you can actually do that side. Or if you feel that I want to be more confident, I have low self-esteem, I want to be better. I will not actually hold you on to what you need to do on private session. It depends on what you need. But on the group session, I always feel that emotional detox is very good. Everybody will have different experience on emotional detox, although we do it in a group.
Yes,
Yeah, so
got it.
I have done it quite a fair bit of time. There's a lot of, I would say, some small miracle happen on emotional detox. Some people say, oh, suddenly my eyes it seems like my vision become brighter.
Mm.
Some people say, hey, I have a back pain, but suddenly it's a bit released. So emotional detox is something that I feel that is good. That's the reason why I will go through the step that if you want to do 5% at once, I will just charge you $100.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. All right, so you can show your buddy, or you can make friends in over here. Just ask who are interested, can join together as well. I'm sure everyone can benefit from it. It's just like the analogy I used earlier on, whereby when we need to get a better health, we want to exercise, we want to so-called look better. We always start off with detox.
Correct.
Yeah, to really like what we call during the Chinese New Year, the spring cleaning, declutter first, 大扫除. Okay, when you clear all the things, then you can welcome the auspicious energy. So same thing, clear away all the negative, so-called not useful energy, and then you welcome the vibrant energy. Okay, and then really kind of like rediscover yourself. I think that's very important.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, thank you so much for having this benefit over here. And of course, we can put in the comment box later to let everyone know more about this. And feel free to contact Man regarding this. And we always say that happy times go very fast. Yeah, we all put in a happy trance with Man. And in the flash, 1 hour has passed. Okay. And then a lot of things. I think I need to watch recording again to really to understand and to practice a lot of details being shared over this very informative session this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, most welcome. All right, so if there's any other questions, you can just drop by in the group chat, in the comment box, not in the group chat, in the comment box. And of course, we'll see, we can always refer you to Man if it's regarding to the hypnotherapies, mesmerism content, or if it's about Feng Shui, bunch of energy kind of things, you can always ask me. So we always want to keep the communication channel open. All right, so with that, I think let's wish our viewer a very good evening, super night ahead, and then tomorrow all recharge. Okay? Yeah, so do your square breathing, your earth breathing, get yourself grounded, have a good sleep, and then together tomorrow we huada. Feng Shui must like that, always.
But for sleeping wise, it's better for you to do air.
Air breathing, oh, make you lightheaded.
Yeah, you will feel lighter, then in the end, without you noticing, actually, you will sleep naturally.
Okay, that means breathe in 2 counts.
Breathe out.
Breathe out 4 counts.
Correct.
Breathe in 2 counts, breathe out 4 counts. Then you
Yeah,
feel
you will
all
naturally
the
feel sleepy.
all the
Like your
stress,
stress
pressure, all vaporize.
Correct. So
Oh,
it's a
nice.
good thing for you to do it in if you have insomnia or you feel that you're very stressed, you cannot sleep. So we can like every viewer can like just do that. Then you don't need to try not to take the medicine first. If you are taking medicine, try this to see whether you are sleeping well. If you sleep well, then you know that you can reduce your medicine for sleeping.
Definitely, we want to reduce the dependency of the medicine.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, all right. Let's do it, and then we report our sleep over here, and that's the best way for us to thank Man for his 1 hour of sharing. Thank you very much once again.
Thanks.
So today I have Mr. Fernando